As we continue looking at what's new in Logic Pro 10.7.5, we're going to take a look at things that are now working better with VoiceOver, the inspector, and moving by transients. But before that, I'd just like to welcome you back to Logic.band. I am the Oreo Monster, and this is a place full of tips, tricks, and tutorials to help you as a blind Logic, VoiceOver, macOS, and GarageBand user. If you haven't yet, visit Logic.band, and when you land on the homepage, sign up for the mailing list so you can get a free Getting Started with Logic course. We're going to now look at the inspector because the sliders in the inspector now speak correctly with VoiceOver once again. So I got the audio track selected here.
Toggle channel strip solo on.
For the bass part that we were working with. And let's go ahead and get into the inspector.
Auto track. Inspector, group, library, group, inspector, in its region. Fincher style electric bass under collapse, disclosure triangle. Track, collapse, Fincher region.
And you see the region inspector is not visible.
Collapse, disclosure triangle,
so
expanded.
Let's go ahead and expand
region.
that.
Fincher style electric bass, table, no selection.
All right, there we go.
In table, loop, quantize, Q swing, transpose.
Let's go down to the transpose slider.
Space, slider, has alternate items.
And if I interact with this and do VO left.
-3, slider, has alternate items.
You see that's now transpose it and it says -3. Let's take this to -2. There we go. If I play this now. I went ahead and transposed that down a whole step. Now, if I stop interacting with this, let's continue to explore this. So
transpose, fine tune, flex and gain, more, dim, collapse.
I'm going to expand this. So if I just do VO /, it'll expand that.
Expanding, collapse, disclose delay, level 2, fade in, pop-up button.
And fade in.
Slider, has alternate items.
Is also fixed. Now, the nice thing is it consistently does VO left and right, moves you in large increments, and VO shift left and right moves you in small increments with all of the sliders in the inspector from what I can tell so far. The downside is I'm going to interact with this fade in slider, and if I do VO right,
4,999.
See, it takes us to 4,999. That's quite a big fade in. I'm going to do VO left. That's back to, no fade in. But if I do VO shift right,
999.
You see, the smallest thing it takes us to is 999. VO shift left, and there's no fade in again. So what if you just want to do like a little bit of a fade in or fade out, like 10 or 20 or 30 or something like that? You used to be able to interact and do that, but now it seems like it doesn't let us do it. However, there is a workaround that will let us do it. If I just VO shift space twice to double click on this, I can type in a value. 20.
Fade in, pop-up button, 20, slider, has alternate items.
And you see the slider is now set to 20. And the same thing will work with the fade out.
Curve, fade out, pop-up button, slider, has alternate items.
Now if I VO shift space twice on this one, type in a value like 100.
10, 100. Fade out, pop-up button, 100, slider, has alternate items.
You see the fade out is now set to 100. So if you need to type in a value smaller than what you can get to with VO shift left and right, or you want to type in a very specific value, you can just VO shift space twice, type in a value, and then you can VO left or right to move off of it and back onto it. You don't have to press return once you're done typing in the value. And I find sometimes pressing return actually takes the focus out of the inspector. So try to avoid pressing return when you type in a value. But yeah, it looks like the inspector is back in business and things are reading normally. VO left and right seems to move us consistently in large increments. VO shift left and right seems to move us consistently in small increments. Just got to remember, if you want something less than 999 in the fade in or fade out sliders, you're going to just have to VO shift space twice on it to double click and then type in the value that you're looking for. All right, so now the next thing we're going to talk about is that when you move by transient, so control period and control comma moves forward and back by transients. VoiceOver used to not speak what the playhead position was, but it now does.
1 bar 1 beat 29 ticks.
So if I press control period,
1 bar 3 beats 28 ticks.
You hear it's speaking the value as it moves to the next transient.
2 bars 1 beat 29 ticks.
And if I do control comma,
1 bar 3 beats 28 ticks.
Go backward.
1 bar 1 beat 29 ticks. 1 bar 1 beat 1 tick.
There you go. So when you move by transients with control period and control comma, VoiceOver will now speak. So what do you now think about how fade in and fade out works? And do you find having the playhead position announced when you move by transient a good thing, or is it too verbose? Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, if you love content like this, give it a like, share it with someone that you think may find some value in it, And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and join the mailing list found at logic.band. That way you can get a free Getting Started with Logic course, and I can notify you whenever there's an update to the Logic Keyboard Ninja key commands. If you want to grab the new version that's been updated to work with Logic 10.7.5, there's a link to that in the description. Also, if you'd love to support what's going on here, then visit logic.band/support, where you can make a one-time or subscribe with an ongoing Patreon-style donation. Want to go deep on any of these topics relating to Logic, macOS, VoiceOver, or GarageBand? Then visit logic.band/training, where you can contact me to get some one-on-one training. There's links to all of these things in the description, along with links to a blog post and other supplemental tutorials. As always, until next time, happy recording.